Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another Basketball Friday night. This one's just a little bit different. This is tournament action. Troy Trojans getting ready to take on the Xenia Buccaneers. Hi, I'm Dave Fisher, Sports Director for TCR Troy Community Radio. Join Doug Page and myself here. Doug, you know, the way Troy's been playing, they can win this ball game tonight.
Well, 2 quality wins in a row.
Yes.
They come in looking pretty sharp. Xenia, the number 5 seed, has lost 2 of its 3 last games. They lost 68-59 to Fairborn, and that has Coach Kent Anderson a little bit concerned. Now, Xenia's got a good club, okay?
Yes, they do.
And this is not the first time this season that the two have met. In preseason, in a scrimmage, they played each other, scrimmaged each other, and what has impressed Anderson is the growth and development of Miko Litton.
Right.
He says he's a whole different kid, and that has Anderson and the Buccaneers worried, because if the big guy gets hot, as Anderson said, we're very, very concerned. Throw in that Troy's propensity to come up with switching man-to-man defenses, which confuses everybody.
Right.
Confused the kids for a while, but they've learned it. And that's one thing that Xenia worries about. How are they going to match up? Are they going to be able to make the offensive adjustments? Xenia's going to have to move the ball around. They're going to have to play really good defense. Their Achilles heel has been their bench. They haven't gotten the points they need off the bench. And Anderson says he's challenged them because this is one and done.
Right.
He said this can be a short season. Do not take Troy for granted. Now on the plus side for Xenia is Danny Naylor. He leads the G-Walk in block shots. He's a great defensive player. At 6'5", he's knocking down 8.5 points a game, and he can shoot the 3. That's going to be interesting for a 6'5" guy. He has a nice touch on those long-range balls. But the offense is the James kids.
Right.
Ray and Rocky, they're cousins. Now, as Anderson laughs, he says they have the lineage. Their uncle, Roland James, played for the Patriots as a safety from 1980 to 1990, back in the bad old Patriot days.
That's right.
That family has produced a lot of athletes up in that part of Greene County. Now, Anderson's been coaching as a head coach for 19 years, so he's seen it all. After 32 years of coaching and teaching, 19 as a head coach. He says, you know what the scary part is? I'm coaching Ray James, my point guard. His grandfather was my teammate.
Oh, wow.
But the James boy, you got Rocky James. This kid's long, athletic. He's a special athlete. He was an all-state receiver for Xenia on the football team. Ray's no slouch either. He's a scoring point guard. He's intelligent. He's the best defender on their team. Now, looking back, Coach Anderson says that regular season-ending loss to Fairborn, Ray James was not 100%. He'd rolled his ankle. He's back now. He's got his legs under him. They're encouraged about the progress he's made, so this is going to be Katie bar the door.
Timeout, Centerville.
But what they worry about is Litton.
Right.
Mika Litton has come in the last 5 or 6 games, has played like a house on fire, and at 6'8", when you play on a house at fire, that's going to be interesting. The matchup between he and Naylor, who at 6'5", giving up 3 inches. Coach Anderson worries about how physical Naylor's going to be.
Right.
He's one of those precision players. Okay, he's going to get bumped. There's going to be Persinger in there. There's going to be Thunderberg.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
Or as I call him, Thunderberg.
Yes.
He's going to get knocked around. We'll see how the officiating goes, whether they decide to call it very tightly.
Right.
They're not going to give one team or the other an advantage. If they see something going on down under the basket, they're going to call it. This is tournament.
Absolutely, yes it is.
So we'll see how this, Naylor is a smart, intelligent player. Coach Anderson said if he wants to be a coach, he'd be a great one.
Right.
He studies the film. This kid's coming in here as a senior. He knows what Troy's going to do.
Right.
The other thing they worry about is McClurg from three-point line.
If Ryan McClure gets hot, and we've seen him come out and just shoot the eyes out of him, we've seen him struggle also, but if he hits that first couple, or at least gets that first, hits one out of the first couple he takes, if that kid gets in a zone, you better turn out the lights because he's going to knock him down if you let him open.
And it's going to be interesting because I'm going to guess that Ray James is going to be on Romelu Yakub all night, and vice versa.
Right.
Because Xenia plays a man defense most of the time. They'll do a spot press. They have the skill in this defense to both guard the front of the post or play behind the post.
Right.
And they'll mix it up, just as Troy mixes up its defenses. So it has all the potential of being a possible number 17 seed against the number 5 seed. Yeah, this is high school basketball. Troy could be in this game all the way to the finish, and they might steal it.
It's one of those. It's one of these games, or at least Troy getting a 17 seed doesn't really reflect how they've been playing the last couple weeks of the season. They finally got it together. New coach finally starting to get understand his philosophy of play, the way he plays the defense, the way they run their offense. This game is like you said. You throw the schedule and the season out the window now. Troy's playing well. It ought to be a good ball game. So we're going to take a break, and we're going to come back with the coach's report right after these messages here on TCR Sports.
Jim Taylor's Troy Ford, 3230 South County Road, 25A, right here in Troy. 339-2687 or TroyFord.com. At Jim Taylor Troy Ford, you'll not only find low prices on great vehicles, but an award-winning service department as well. Jim Taylor's Troy Ford, 3230 South County Road, 25A, right here in Troy.
Welcome back to Butler High School. We're here with Coach Paul Brannigan. Paul, it's tournament time. This is what you work for all season.
Yeah, it's got to minimize your mistakes and take advantage of your opportunities. You only get one shot.
Yeah, you had come off of a good week last week, knocking off Piqua at home for the senior night, and this Xenia club has been playing real well, but they've kind of had a couple hiccups here towards the end of the season, and hopefully you guys can capitalize on that.
I'm hoping our game plan comes together and we can keep them down. Just try to keep their scores down, and we got to rebound and play defense.
I'm sure you're looking for a big game out of Micaiah Lett, and how did he look this week in practice?
He looked good. We did a lot of different things with him, and so we're looking to try to get him the ball tonight.
Well, you've got the James. Now they're not brothers or cousins on this team, and it looks like those two kids can really put some points on the board.
Yeah, they can fill it up in a hurry. So, it's something we've seen with Greenville and Sydney and a lot of those teams. So we're familiar with what we got to do. So hopefully we can keep it going.
Well, we're going to know in about 14 minutes how this thing goes. So good luck tonight, Coach, and I'm sure you got those boys ready to play.
Thanks a lot, Dave.
Thank you. Coach's report with Paul Brannigan, and we're going to take a break, and we'll be back with the starting lineups and more of the pregame show right after these messages on TCR Sports.
Hi, I'm Tracy Bodey. If you're looking to experience quality service at a fair price, come see us at Bodey's Automotive. We're located right down the block from Walgreens at 407 Peters Avenue, or you can reach us at 937-703-1614 or like us on Facebook at Bodey's Automotive.
Welcome back to the Student Activity Center here at Vandalia Butler High School. We're getting ready for tournament action. Troy Trojans taking on the Xenia Buccaneers. Doug Page and yours truly, Dave Fisher, here with the call tonight, and saw a very good ball game, the first one. The Elks took on the Fairmont Firebirds, and the Elks got out of here with a 2-point victory over the Firebirds. It went right down to the end. They had a technical foul and a couple of intentional fouls, and Firebirds, honestly, Doug, had a chance to win that thing if they could have got a decent three-pointer off at the end of the game. So
yeah, they drove too much, but it was interesting to see some teams we don't normally see.
And again, it's the officiating, like you alluded to before the coaches report. In that first game, the horn went off to start play. The official set the ball down on the floor, and Fairmont was scrambling to get over to it because he started the 5-second call. So when you get into tournament play, the officiating is done strictly by the books. So a lot of things you might get away with during the season. Yeah, you know, that was one thing I remember as a young man, Coach John Whitehouse telling me, he says, look, you know, you got to play your game a little bit differently once you get into tournament time, and that's no doubt about it. So, you know, both teams just went into the locker room. We're about 8 minutes and 40 seconds away from the tip-off of tonight's ball game, and you know, they never like to look forward to what if, but I'm going to. You know, Troy or one of these teams will play the winner of the next game this evening, which is Tecumseh versus Sydney, and both teams, both Xenia and Troy, has seen those clubs this season.
Yep, and that should be just a barn burner.
Yes, ought to be a good ball game.
And winner, you know, since they played both of them. Mm-hmm. They know what to expect should they get out of this one.
Right.
But that's too much in the future.
I agree.
You know.
But it's always fun to look forward a little bit. Now, as a player or as a coach, you don't dare do it. But as announcers, as us, as being announcers, we can
blowhards, yes.
Yeah, we can look forward.
The blowhards can look forward. In fact, if you look at the pairings, this new Troy team, the team that we've seen for 2.5 games now. At the end of the season, I'll have probably the last 4 games of the season.
Yes.
They could make some noise, but they have to be able to do it tonight. They have to make those 3-pointers. They have to make those free throws. They can't get lazy on defense. They're going to have to play the game of their young lives, and they've played 2 of them already. You know, that victory over Piqua last week.
And the victory over Greenville.
Both of those,
were huge.
They were huge. Those are, you know, wins are wins, but some W's just kind of jump off the page at you.
And they actually came at the right time of the season, getting ready to go into this tournament play. And honestly, when you look at it, you know, even though Troy is a number 17 seed, they're definitely playing better the last couple weeks of the season than a 17 seed.
Yeah, they're nobody's pushover right now, and that's a good thing to be. I know that Coach Anderson's been talking to his team going, don't take the Trojans for granted because they'll leap up and bite you. Look what they did to the last 2 teams that played.
Right.
So that will be interesting. Now, how are they going to handle the James cousins? Now, Rocky James, the 6'3" forward, is averaging 17.6 points a game and 6.5 rebounds. Now, younger cousin James, who's only a 5'11" junior, he's knocking them down at a rate of 17.3, and that's pretty darn good. Then you have a freshman guard. Yes, a freshman guard starting. Samari Curtis, a 6'2" guard. He's averaging a sweet 13.4 points a game. So you can see this Xenia Buccaneer team knows how to put the points up. And we'll see what happens next.
Now, you know, you look at Romello Yakub, the only player on the Trojan Ball Club that is scoring double figures. He's actually ranked number 10 and finished up 10 in the G-Walk in scoring. And then after that, it drops off. You know, one thing that sticks out in my mind, it sticks out off of the stat sheet, is Troy's only averaging 54.5 points per ball game, where Xenia is averaging 70 points per ball game. So, I mean, there's
it's a big difference.
It's a big difference. But, again, that's an overall season, and we saw Troy couldn't throw it in the ocean if they were standing on the beach in a couple games. But the last couple games, they've just been playing just outstanding basketball. So, with, looking at all of that,
Troy coach has made it really important to these kids. Feed the big man.
Right.
You've got 3 guys out there, or 4 if you want to throw in Reichelderfer. Zach Reichelderfer, sophomore, comes off the bench at 6'3". But then you have Miko Linton at 6'8". You've got Austin Funderburg at 6'6", and Austin Persinger at 6'4". 3 seniors, battle-tested.
Right.
Give them the ball.
It's kind of...
Give them the ball and let's rock and roll in the paint.
That's right. Or as the one commercial's out there, feed the beast.
Oh.
So it is going to be a great ball game. We're getting close to tip-off time. We're about almost a little under 4 minutes away. And if you probably listened to the promo that was running on Troy Community Radio, we said this ball game was going to start at 8:30. What has happened is the Tecumseh girls played tonight. They were playing at the same time that the boys were supposed to be playing this ball game. So Troy and the Xenia game just flipped over. And I've got a good friend of mine's daughter, the Narker girl that plays for Tecumseh, is doing very well over there. And hopefully they did well tonight. So a little shout out to the Narkers, and hopefully they played well, the Tecumseh girl team. So we're going to take a break. And we'll be back with the starting lineups right after these messages from our underwriters here on TCR Sports.
Jim Taylor's Troy Ford, 3230 South County Road, 25A, right here in Troy. 339-2687 or TroyFord.com. At Jim Taylor Troy Ford, you'll not only find low prices on great vehicles, but an award-winning service department as well. Jim Taylor's Troy Ford, 3230 South County Road, 25A, right here in Troy.
Welcome back to the SAC, as they call it here at Vandalia Butler High School, where we're getting ready for tournament action here on TCR Troy Community Radio and the new 107.1 WTJN. Also, don't forget, we'll have the tape rebroadcast of this game on Troy Community Television on demand. That's TCT on demand. You don't want to miss it. All the great high school action on TCT on demand. So we're getting ready for the starting lineups of tonight's ball game, and for the Xenia Buccaneers, my good friend Doug Page.
Starting at center, number 3, a senior, 6'5". Danny Naylor, he of 63 blocks this season. Starting at forward, number 4, a senior, 6'3", Rocky James. Starting at guard, a junior, 5'11", number 5, Ray James. Starting at another guard, senior, 5'11", Ryan Johnson, number 31. And starting at another guard, freshman, Samari Curtis, number 15, a 6'2" freshman.
That's the starting lineup for the Xenia Buccaneers and for your Troy Trojans. Starting at guard, a 5'7" senior wearing number 2. The leading scorer for the Trojans, Romello Licub. At another guard, a 5'5" senior, number 4, Esteban Stafford. And at another guard, a junior, 6-foot guard, number 10, Ryan McClure. In the middle, the anchor, a 6'8" senior, wearing number 40, Micaiah Litton. And also a senior at the other center position, a 6'6" senior, wearing number 50, Austin Funderburg. That's the starting lineup for the Troy Trojans. And Doug, the Trojans are just being announced here, and Trojans are wearing their white jerseys, gray numbers trimmed in scarlet, and the Xenia Buccaneers are in their black jerseys trimmed in blue with the blue numbers. So the Troy Trojans will start off going from right to left on your radio dial, defending their basket in front of their bench for the first half. Trojans
I
in there.
see smiles on their faces.
Yes, I tell you what.
They're out here. They're ready.
They're ready to play a ball game. So they get in their normal circle, and a few of the seniors in the center, and they just get it going, and they're ready to play. Litton getting ready to step up to jump against Rocky James.
One final word from the coach.
Coach out on the floor talking to his ball club. 3 seniors, a junior. Starting for the Trojans. So here we go. Sit back, enjoy tonight's opening round of the tournament action. The ball's up, and the tip is controlled by Xenia. Ray James has the basketball, getting across the timeline, being guarded by Stafford, still on the dribble. Gets it over to Rocky James. All the way, 3-pointer by number 3, Danny Naylor. The big man stepped out and knocked it down right off the go. A 3-0 lead at 7:37 to go in the first quarter. Melody Koob gets over to Stafford. Stafford loses a handle, loses it out of bounds. Started to move before he had caught the basketball. Ball goes out of bounds to Xenia.
That was an interesting move to put him out on the put the big guy Naylor out on the perimeter, but he's a 39% shooter from there.
Well, that means Micaiah Litton's going to have to go out and get him because it looks like he has a good shot. Naylor with the basketball, kicks it off in the corner to Curtis. Back to Naylor's going to try another 3. Got it. 2 in a row.
Well, we know what the strategy is.
There, so Xenia's taken a 6-0 lead at 7:10 to go. Naylor, the big man's knocked 2 of them down for the Bucks. Thunderberg gets it inside to Micaiah Litton. Litton gets the big man up in the air, misses an easy one on the inside. Rebound, Xenia on the move. Johnson gets it off the Naylor again for another 3, no good. Big rebound by Thunderberg. Thunderberg decides to take it, gets it to Koob. Koob gets across the timeline. He's on the dribble, going left, gets it to Micaiah Litton. But Litton decides to take a 15-footer in and out. Big rebound by Thunderberg, up and around, no good. Rebound gets off to Xenia. Johnson gets it all the way up to Curtis. Curtis takes one at the right elbow, no good. Rebound, Stafford, smallest guy on the court, comes down between the trees. Gets it back to a Koob. Koob on the dribble. He's being guarded by Johnson. Koob still with the dribble, back to Stafford, all the way across the left side to McClurg. McClurg looking inside, no good, gets it to Linton. Linton way up top, gets it into Thunderberg. Thunderberg gets it inside, pump fake, gets it up and in, and Troy's on the board at the 6:07 mark. It's now 6-2, Xenia lead. Gets it across the timeline. Ray James on the dribble, being guarded by Stafford. Kicks it all the way over to Curtis. Curtis to Naylor. Naylor with the dribble. Another 3-pointer for Xenia over the top. That one was taken by number 31, Ryan Johnson. A little strong off the back to glass. Going to go to Troy. 5:49 in the first quarter. Troy trails by 4, 6-2.
Little pressure now.
Full court. A 2-2-1 trap zone, full court zone. Ball went out of bounds. That went off of Curtis. Koob lost the handle, but Curtis couldn't get it back, and it went out of bounds, hit the scores table right in front of us. McClurg going to trigger it in for the Trojans. They got it in there, gets it over to Koob. Koob on the dribble, 3-on-1, end of Micaiah Litton. Litton pump fake, gets a foul, and one. Sends Litton to the line for the 3-point play.
Very nicely done. Find the open man.
Litton. Very good free throw shooter. Averaging 81% from the line. He gets it away, gets it in. Big man has a touch from the charity stripe. Here comes Xenia, gets across the timeline to the right side. Back up to James. Gets it, that is Ray James. Naylor on the right wing, gets it all the way over to Curtis for a long one. No good, short, rebound Thunderberg. Koob on the dribble, look, they're going to try to trap him, gets it way, had Litton open, Litton jumped too early, goes out of bounds, turnover, goes back to Xenia. Dougie had him open down there on the box.
It's been interesting, it's been big man to big man, just the lob passes into the middle. Thunderberg is out, Persinger is in.
Xenia with the basketball, kicks it over the right wing, back to the top of the key to Johnson. to Naylor, looking inside to number 5, Ray James. James squares up over Stafford. Oh, nice rebound by, couldn't see who it was. I think that was Johnson, but wasn't able to get it. And Akub comes out with it, gets it to Stafford. Stafford on the run. Goes off of somebody's leg. Stafford's just lost the handle in the paint, and Xenia comes up with it. Naylor up the sideline quickly. Long three-pointer, number 4, no good. Rebound, Stafford. Stafford loses the handle. James just stripped it from him. James going baseline, going right to the line, and there's a charging foul. Good footwork by Micaiah Litton to get the charging foul. And that foul is going to go against Ray James.
Ray James, that's his first.
That's Xenia's second team foul of the first half. 4:23 if you're just tuning in. Tournament action here on TCR Troy Community Radio. Official faked out Austin Persinger on the pitch end. Akub with the basketball. He's being hounded. They're looking to kind of jump on him, but it's not good. Gets it over to McClurg. McClurg inside to Litton. Litton, nice move. Gets it to Kennel that came in the ball game, knocked it down. Troy now has a 1-point lead at the 4:09 mark of the first quarter. Good ball movement by the Trojans. Ray James with the basketball, being guarded by Kennel. Gets it over to Naylor on the left wing. Back to the top of the key to Johnson. Johnson on the dribble still. Back to Naylor. Looks inside, right back to Johnson.
Blocked by Persinger.
Blocked by Persinger. Nice defense by the young man, number 15. McClurg on the dribble. Top of the key. Over to the right wing. Inside to Micaiah Litton. Litton looking to find Persinger and a kick. Right idea. Looking at Persinger on the right elbow. Although you don't throw a bounce pass in there on the paint.
Yeah, that's always difficult.
Unless they're not expecting it, you better not throw it in there. Someone's going to, as my dad used to say, cabbage onto it.
Cabbage onto
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah. Kennel taking the ball out of bounds on the right side of the basket, gets it in Persinger. Persinger had nowhere to go. Long three-pointer from McClurg. There it is. Now Troy has a 10-6 lead over Xenia with a 3:26 mark of the first quarter. Said it, McClurg gets it going. Look out. Naylor with the basketball, looking inside, being guarded by McClurg. Number 24 now in the ball game, and that is
Love.
Brandon Love comes in and knocks down his first bucket. It's now a 10-8 lead. 3:06 to go. Kennel with the ball on the right side. Kennel looking inside and tipped away, and there comes up Xenia. Ray James on the dribble. Coming right up the center of the court. Still got it. Cuts right through. Nice move. Nice move by the young man to tie this ball game up at 10. Xenia in a 2-2-1 full court trap. McClurg to Kennel up the left side. Back to Akub going right to the basket. Get in there. Off the top. That's going to send Akub to the line. Shooting 2. That foul is going to go against Samari Curtis. Samari Curtis. Mela Akub at the line, shooting 2. Steps up to the line for his first one. It's the dribble, spins the basketball, releases it, got it. I'd like to thank some of our underwriters here on TCR Sports. Heath Murray, State Farm Insurance, Sound City Music, Excellence in Dentistry, Willoughby's Hollow, Bodey's Automotive, and Union Savings Bank. Thank you very much, underwriters. Without you, we'll be bringing you this basketball action, tournament action here on TCR Troy Community Radio.
Buccio is in for Kennel, and Reichelderfer is in for Persinger.
Zach Reichelferder in. Coop going for his second one. Extend this lead to 2, misses it. Rebound, and Coop comes up with it. And he takes a 15-footer from the left side, no good. Still being tipped around. There's going to be a foul. Got a feeling that's going to go against Reichelferder. And it does.
Foul's number 22. Zach Reichelderfer, that's his first.
And the announcer here had problems with it like we did early on in the season.
I still do.
Yeah. Xenia out with the basketball. Ray James with it, being guarded by Trey Buccio. Kicks it all the way over to Love. Love for a long three-pointer. That was number 23, Ricky Williams. Long rebound, comes right back out to him. On the dribble. Ray James still on the dribble, being guarded by, he loses his handle. Another long shot, got it. Number 24, Brandon Love, was able to pick up a loose ball, gets it to go. Xenia now has a 13-11 lead. There's a timeout on the floor.
I think
It might be a foul.
yeah.
And there's a timeout on the floor. It's a 30-second timeout. We're going to take one, too, with more high school basketball action right after these messages on TCR Sports.
Hi, I'm Tracy Bodey. If you're looking to experience quality service at a fair price, come see us at Bodey's Automotive. We're located right down the block from Walgreens at 407 Peters Avenue, or you can reach us at 937-703-1614, or like us on Facebook at Bodey's Automotive.
Welcome back to Student Activity Center here at Vandalia Butler High School. We're in tournament action. Troy Trojans taking on the Xenia Buccaneers. 1:54 left to go. Troy trails by 2, 13-11. Troy has the basketball, gets it inbounds to Persinger. Persinger back to Akub. Akub sets the offense. Being guarded by number 23, Ricky Williams. Gets it into Persinger on the left elbow. Akub started a drive. He finishes the drive, goes right to the basket, rolls it around. Nice touch. Little running jump shot by Coop, ties this ball game up 13-all. Buccaneers on with the basketball all the way down in the left corner. Gets it back out to the top of the key. Back to the left wing on the drive. Back up, three-pointer by Ricky Williams. Got it to go.
Wide open.
Now they've score on 17-11 on the scoreboard. That score is not, that's 17-13 now, but Troy with the basketball, way across. They got a traveling call against Persinger. Ball going to go out of bounds to Sydney.
Xenia.
They finally got the score right, 16-13. Makes it hard on us announcers when we glance at the score to figure it out.
Glance at my scorebook. I make no mistakes.
You make notes.
I make no guarantees.
Okay. Xenia with the basketball with 1:02 left to go here in the first quarter. They're up by 3.
Buccio comes out, Stafford comes in.
Stafford is going against Ray James. James gets it over to Love. Love still on dribble, gets it inside the number 34 Sailors. Gets it back to him, he loses a handle. A Coop comes up with it, it being chased. Coop still gets it, nice spin move, no good. He's going to get called for traveling. Again, officials call these games extremely tight. He might have got away with that during the regular season.
There was a Texas two-step in there.
Yeah. So, but turnover, ball's back to Xenia. James gets it across the timeline, gets it over to Williams. Williams, number 34, Garrett Slayer. Over to Brandon Love and knocks down another 3. That kid has hit 2 of them now in a row. It's 13-19. The ball's tipped, saved, and Xenia with it. They're on the drive. Off to the corner to Ray James. James, pump fake, gets it up and goes. It's now a 21-13 lead with 10 seconds to go here in the first quarter. They've rattled off 7 quick points. Stafford over to McClurg. McClurg inside, threw a lob to Litton, missed it, and a long shot at the buzzer, and it's not even anywhere close. So at the end of the first period, it's the Troy Trojans 13, the Xenia Buccaneers 21. We'll be back with the second quarter right after these messages here on TCR Sports.
Jim Taylor's Troy Ford, 3230 South County Road, 25A, right here in Troy. 339-2687 or TroyFord.com. At Jim Taylor Troy Ford, you'll not only find low prices on great vehicles, but an award-winning service department as well. Jim Taylor's Troy Ford, 3230 South County Road, 25A, right here in Troy.
Welcome back to Vandalia Butler High School. We're at tournament action. Troy Trojans taking on the Xenia Buccaneers. First quarter's down. Troy trails by 8 points, 21-13.
I think the turning point on this first period is the 8 turnovers that Troy has committed.
They have not been able to manage the basketball very well. Troy has the basketball. McClurg on the right wing, driving, gets it into Litton on the right elbow, all the way out of the Stafford on the left side. Zach Rockefeller with a pump fake inside, up and good. Count it, and 1. He's going to the line for the 3-point play.
They need some production out of the sophomore.
Danny Naylor gets called with the foul. That's Xenia's fourth foul. So Zach Reichelberger going to the line, shooting one. Hopefully to cut this lead to 5. First one's away, in and out, no good. Rolled it around the rim. Xenia with the rebound. Up the right side, number 15, Curtis. Curtis still on the drive. Over the top, he gets fouled and one. Samari Curtis, nice drive by the young man, a freshman.
I think the foul was on Litton.
I think it was on Reichelberger.
Yep, you're right. I'm wrong.
I thought it might have been on Litton too, but it's going to go against Zach Reichelberger. And
Vanderberg is in for Reichelberger, who's picked up 2 quick fouls, but had a very nice basket.
7:39 left to go in the second quarter. It's a 23-15 lead, unfortunately, for the Xenia Bucks. And Curtis gets it away to extend this lead to 9. Out of bounds. Gets it all the way up to McClurg to the left side. McClurg throws a lob to Litton all the way across. Gets it up and in. They get the ball. They get the ball in there. There's no one's going to be able to stop him. It's Xenia with the basketball. Gets it all the way in the corner to Curtis. Curtis on the dribble. Gets it up to Rocky James. To Ray James. Back to Curtis for 3. Short. Off the front. Rebound McClurg. Nice defensive boards by the young man. Kept number 31 off the glass. Coop driving in. Gets it out to Litton. Litton's playing big man. He gets called for traveling. He was handling the basketball.
He looked very good except the shuffle.
Yes. Young man doesn't have a bad touch at the. He got a great touch at the foul line. Not a bad on the dribble there. Just shuffled a little bit. It's a turnover. Xenia has the basketball. Samari Curtis gets across the timeline over to Ray James. Back to Curtis on the skip pass. Curtis going right to the basket. No good. Rebound Curtis. Gets it right back up again. Just hard work by the freshman. And there's a timeout on the floor, and there's a full timeout. We're going to take one, too. We're back with more Trojan tournament basketball action right after this message is on TCR Sports.
Hi, I'm Tracy Bodey. If you're looking to experience quality service at a fair price, come see us at Bodey's Automotive. We're located right down the block from Walgreens at 407 Peters Avenue, or you can reach us at 937-703-1614, or like us on Facebook at Bodey's Automotive.
Welcome back to the Student Activity Center at Vandalia Butler High School. Tournament action here where Troy Trojans taking on the Xenia Buccaneers. And Doug?
Well, it was interesting. Just before the timeout, McClurg had a free lane to the basket. The only person he had to beat was Naylor, who was standing there. McClurg wisely went to the outside. McClurg went to him, and then there was the nice lob pass to Litton. Heads-up basketball, because you go up against Naylor like that, he's going to take that ball and put it in the cheap
Full
seats.
court pressure by the Xenia Buccaneers, and the Cougs got the ball. He's going left side. Followed up. Oh, nice follow by Litton. Right off the front of the rim, just tapped it right back in, followed up. Good job by the Trojans. But Ray James with the basketball. He's on the dribble. Gets over to Curtis. Curtis looks to drive. Kicks it back out to Naylor. Naylor thought about taking the 3, didn't do it. Kicks it in, back into Rocky James. James working hard against McClurg, and he gets called for the foul and gets the ball to go in, and a 3-point play possibility for Rocky James.
That's his first. At the line shooting 1.
Yakub picks up his first foul.
They are going to, what I'm seeing right now, they're going to post either Stephon Stafford or a Coob.
Yep.
Rocky James is much bigger than a Coob, and that's where he went. His first free throw's away for the 3-point play, gets it. Now it's a 10-point lead by the Xenia Buccaneers. Troy with the basketball, gets it over to Persinger. Persinger almost throws it away, gets it to a Coob. A Coob dribbles across the timeline, kicks it back out to McClurg. Inside to, on the left elbow, Persinger. Persinger went to jump, shoot it. A 3-pointer by Romello, no good. Big rebound, and Xenia comes out with it. Rocky James on the drive, going right to the basket, and he's going to be called for a foul. Let's see who the foul is going to go against Troy. Now he's going to go against Kennel. Keenan Kennel, that's his first foul. 5:46 to go in the second quarter. A good tip away by the Trojans. It picked up the loose ball. Troy gets out with the basketball. Coop going to the basket, going right up and around. Litton follows. Nice follow by Micaiah Litton. Coming right down the center of the lane, tips it back in. But Xenia comes right back at him. Big play. It's Curtis going right at Litton. We're going to see who gets the foul, but he's going to go to the line. Official motion for two shots. That's going to go against Ryan McClurg. That's his first foul. Going to send Curtis to the line, shooting two. First one's away. He gets it to go. I'd like to thank a few more of our underwriters that make it all happen here on TCR Sports. Hybrid Strength and Fitness, Irwin Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Troy CarStar, Trojan Auto Care, and Ordine's Party Time. Thank you very much, underwriters. And Curtis misses the second one. It's now a 21-30 lead for the Buccaneers. Troy with the basketball. Kennel on the left wing. Nowhere to go. Kicks it to Persinger to right elbow. Persinger going right to the basket. Around Litton. Follows it up again. 3 offensive rebounds. 6 points for the big number 40 for the Trojans. He's keeping Troy in this ball game right now. 5:03 to go in the first half. So James going right to the basket. Big rebound by Litton. Gets it to Akub. Akub on the dribble. Still on the dribble. Looks all the way in the corner to Kennel. Back to Akub on the right wing. Gets it inside to Litton. Litton going right to the basket.
Naylor blocks.
Got him a little bit underneath, but they were looking for a foul. Didn't get the call. Xenia with the basketball. Curtis going against. He gets it blocked. He kicks it back out for a three-pointer on the left wing. No good. Litton with the big rebound. No call. Naylor was all over Micaiah Litton's back and no call. But Troy has a basketball. Coop on the dribble, being guarded by number 31, Ryan Johnson. Gets it over to Kennel on the left wing, way out on the left wing. Gets to Litton, top of the circle. Nothing doing there. Gets it into Persinger. Persinger going against Naylor. Pump fake, gets it up, tries to go left hand, no good. And a foul. It's going to be a Troy foul. We'll see who this is going to be. That's going to go against number 24. It's going against Trey Buscio. It's his first foul. Micaiah Litton sets down. Funderburg comes back in. Litton has played the whole ball game up to this point. They're going to give him a little breather to 3:59 mark left to go in the second quarter. Troy trails by 7. Buccaneers with the basketball. James kicks it all the way over to Ray James. Ray James on the dribble, going right to the basket. Nice move by James. He was able to cut through and slice through the Troy defense. Good move. They're now up 9 with 3:34 to go. Troy with the basketball, left wing. Funderburg, top of this arc. Almost throws it away, but Akub was able to handle it. Akub, running jump. No good. Rebound, James.
Rocky James went up.
He was above the rim and pulled that rebound down. Rocky James kicks it off in the corner. Curtis for 3 for them and got it.
3-point field goal.
Now you know why they average 70 points a game.
They're not afraid to shoot the 3. Akub with the basketball. They're now trailing by 12. Gets it in the Persinger, and a foul. That will probably go against, I think, Curtis. That is who it is.
That's his second.
As Doug said, it's second team foul. At the 3-minute mark, Kyle Litton's coming back in for Persinger. McClurg is coming in for Buscio. So now we got Kennel, Akub, McClurg, Litton, and Funderburg in for the Trojans. Kennel taking the ball out underneath the basket on the right side. McClurg cut to the center, going to kick it way out to Funderburg. Kicks it over to Akub on the left wing. Being guarded by James. Gets it back to McClurg. McClurg nowhere to go. Ray James guarding McClurg. LaMelo Akub. Akub on the dribble. Gets it over to Kennel on the right wing. Kennel tried to get it inside to Litton, loses a handle, and the Buccaneers come up with it. Off in the corner to James. Ray James on the dribble. Loses a handle, but comes back with it. He's still on the dribble, being guarded by Kennel. Brings it all the way back out almost to the timeline. Kennel goes and tries to get him to do something with it. And he still does. He stops at the free throw line. It's blocked. The Buccaneers get it right back. And Buccaneers still got it back. They're going to call a traveling call. It's going to go against Curtis. Ball kept coming off long. Troy couldn't get a handle on it. Xenia had 3 cracks at it, but got called for the travel there at the end. So turnover, going to go back to Troy with 2:15 to go. Troy trailing by 12 here in the second quarter. It's been about 2 minutes since Troy, I think, has scored a bucket, Doug.
It's been a while.
Coob with the basketball. Gets it back to Coob, went to McClure. Coob still on the left wing. Looking inside, gets it into, they're trying to force it inside now. There's nothing there. All the way up to Ray James. James to the basket. Now it's a 14-point lead. Here comes Troy back. McClure, the Coob on the dribble. Almost gets it stripped. They still don't get it. Now they're going right after him. Took 3 of them. Coob going to the basket, and it's going to be a foul. They're going to call a charging foul. Called a charging foul on Romello Akub. That's his second foul. That's Troy's 7th foul. So the next foul Troy gives it will send Xenia to the line shooting a 1-in bonus.
Akub sits down. Stafford's back in.
Akub has been on the floor the whole game. But Xenia now has the basketball, up 14 with 1:37 to go in the second quarter. No pushing and shoving going on in the inside. A long three-pointer. Got it.
Saylor.
Garrett Saylor comes in and knocks it down. And the ball was tipped away, but it's tipped away by the Xenia Buccaneers, and the ball goes out of bounds. Troy will remain with the basketball.
Kennel comes in. Persinger comes in. Funderburger and Puccio are out.
So we've got Persinger, McClure, Stafford, Kennel, and Litton in the ball game for the Trojans. Trojans trailed. Trojans, and a turnover by Austin Persinger. Picked his feet up one too many times. Traveling call going back over to Xenia. The wheels are starting to come off a little bit for the Trojans. They need to get their composure back. They still got plenty of basketball here to play. James going against Persinger, looking to drive on the left wing. 1:06 to go in the second quarter. James, Rocky James pulling Persinger out. He goes right around him, stops, pops, gets it over top, and gets it to go.
Rocky James.
It is now a 19-point lead, and they just turned the ball. Troy just turned the ball over. Ray James on the dribble, going right around the corner, and he gets it to go.
Ray.
It's now a 21-point lead for the Xenia Buccaneers. They had just absolutely come out and swarmed on the defense. Gets it over to Persinger on the right side. Persinger goes up and around. Didn't get called with a traveling call, so he gets it to go. But Xenia comes right back with it with 20 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. They're waiting. They're going to take one shot down to 14 seconds, down to 13 seconds. James being guarded by Kennel. Ray James still on the dribble. Down to 6 seconds, still looking inside, nothing to it. Gets it, they lose the handle out of bounds with 0.9 seconds to go.
That is only the third turnover this game for the Buccaneers.
Buccaneers have had very good ball control here. He's throwing it long.
It's intercepted.
Intercepted, and that is the end of the second quarter. So at the end of the first half, it's the Troy Trojans 25, the Xenia Buccaneers 44. We'll be back with the halftime report. We've got a special guest, Coach Ray Zawalski Sr. from Troy Christian High School, going to be here with us talking about Troy Christian basketball and some more during the halftime report right here on TCR Sports.
Jim Taylor's Troy Ford, 3230 South County Road, 25A, right here in Troy. 339-2687 or TroyFord.com. At Jim Taylor Troy Ford, you'll not only find low prices on great vehicles, but an award-winning service department as well. Jim Taylor's Troy Ford, 3230 South County Road, 25A, right here in Troy.
Welcome back to the Student Activity Center here at Vandalia Butler High School. I'm honored to be here with Coach Ray Zawalski, Sr. Ray, what do you think about this ball game here tonight?
Well, they're very quick on Xenia's part, aren't they? They have a lot of athleticism, boy. Get it up and down the floor, and they're a very fine ball club.
Yeah, Troy's they just got it into a little funk there, and they had a lot of turnovers there in that first half. They got to do a little better ball management.
Yeah, once the turnovers start coming, it seems like they come in bunches. That's just the rhythm of the game. So.
Right. Normally, you're right. That does happen. Well, this ball game. But how's the boys look over at Troy Christian? I know you got to buy the first round. You're going to play the winner of the Southeastern Miami Valley School, and the boys are kind of sitting back, waiting to see who they're going to play. But I'm sure your son's got them ready to go.
Well, it's a lot of fun right now. I mean, we don't know who to prepare for. But we're getting some things done, and we've got a great bunch of kids. I mean, it's been if you think about it, at the beginning, we didn't have anybody back from last year.
Right.
So we were starting to stretch with everybody, and if you needed somebody to kind of lead people along, and everybody had to kind of learn on the fly. And of course, it's the end of the season now, and we're kind of getting into shape where we're becoming very competitive.
One thing I've been impressed is saw how Mr. Anderson has grown over the year, and he just has been a very good addition. A sophomore, still making some sophomore mistakes, but for the most part, the kid has come along very well.
Well, that's true. I mean, he's made a big jump from being as a sophomore to being on the varsity and playing against some of the competition that we play against. There's some kids that are that are more knowledgeable, I should say, towards the game. Not taking anything away from him, but he's come a long way.
You'd have the two seniors on the club, and it's always tough for those kids, come winding down. Hopefully they have a real good ball game here coming up on Wednesday night.
We do that. I mean, I hope so for the seniors. The seniors ought to be pretty proud of what they have accomplished, really and truly. Think about it. You started from scratch. You didn't have many people here. You ended up winning 9 ball games, which in our league, it sometimes becomes very tough. And I say there was probably 6 or 7 ball games that we were very competitive in. And in the fourth quarter, you get it down to the last minute and a half, 2 minutes, we were at a point where we just didn't make the play. We just didn't get over the hump. But again, it's week after week. They never gave up, and that's a great sign. Yeah,
that is one thing. Even a couple games, we covered. they got down, and you could just see those kids in there digging, and that has a lot to do with you. It has a lot to do with your son Ray. Ray, keeping those kids playing hard.
Well, he's number one. He's the boss. You
right.
don't need to mention my name. I'm just kind of around.
Yeah, and I was kind of amazed when I looked over and I saw you and your lovely bride walk in, and I thought, I'm going to get you on the air here tonight. And I'm thinking, man, haven't you had enough basketball already, Coach?
No. This is my home.
I know.
I've been here for 40 years.
I know that. Yeah.
So now Sharon and I, and it's great to have a wife that kind of enjoys what I'm doing. Right. And most of the nights, unless it's chasing the grandkids somewhere around, we're going to be at a basketball game. That's just us.
That's good. Coach, good to see you here tonight, and we'll catch up with you Wednesday night, and pass it along to Coach. I'll get a hold of Ray and tell him good luck, and hopefully everything works out. I know you guys are going to be ready to play hard on Wednesday.
I know our kids will be ready. All right, thank you very kindly for having me.
Thank you, Coach Ray Zawalski Sr., and we'll be back with more of the halftime report right after these messages on TCR Sports.
Hi, I'm Tracy Bodey. If you're looking to experience quality service at a fair price, come see us at Bodey's Automotive. We're located right down the block from Walgreens at 407 Peters Avenue, or you can reach us at 937-703-1614, or like us on Facebook at Bodey's Automotive.
Welcome back to Student Activity Center here at Vandalia Butler High School. It's tournament action. We got 2 minutes left here at the halftime intermission, and Doug, Like Coach Wolski and I were talking about, turnovers. Once they come in bunches, and Troy has not handled the basketball very well here this evening.
Now they have 14 turnovers by my count, compared to 3 for the running Xenia Buccaneers, because they've had their way pretty much with Troy. However, Mika Linton, 8 points in the second quarter for a total of 11 to lead all scorers. He was hot there for a while. He was getting those boards. He had 2 blocks that I saw and several rebounds. On the other side, Ray James. Somebody's going to have to stop him. He's got 10 points. Curtis with 9. Love off the bench in the first period scored 8 on 2 threes. Naylor has 6 and Rocky James has 5. Interestingly, with all the cutting that's going on by Xenia and the ball screens, they are 7 of 12 on 3-pointers. That hurts.
That does hurt.
That hurts. That's half their points. They have, just rained down on it. On the other side, Troy's going to have to step up its defense, and it's going to start having to make shots. They're going to need some threes.
Yeah, you're trailing 19 at half, and again it was 21 at one point. Troy definitely is going to have to play some better defense, step up the pace, and start draining some threes. I know the inside game looked like it was going to work, and it really was working, but the turnovers and the very good defense by the Xenia Buccaneers.
Well, it was that full court press by Xenia. That full court press has just disrupted the offense.
And we've seen Troy handle that kind of press before, and tonight they have not been able to handle it.
They've handled it, but they've never handled it against a team as athletic as this one.
Yes, and Xenia is very athletic and very quick, and they're going to get the ball to start the second half. So set back, enjoy, and here we go. 16 more minutes for Troy to crawl back 19 points. Xenia with the basketball. James throwing it into Curtis. Curtis on the dribble. At the top of the key, kicks it over to Williams. Back to James. Rocky James gets it over to Ray James. Ray throws a lob, looking for Rocky to go in. Rocky gets the ball, goes around the cube, and goes up and in. It is now a 21-point ball game for Xenia. And Troy turns it right over, goes right back in, and Thunderberg fouls Ray James, going to send him to the line, shooting 2. Not a very good way to start the second half. So Thunderberg with the foul. That's his first foul. First team foul of second half for the Trojans. James at the line for 2 shots. First one's away. Got it, Ray James. I'd like to thank more of our underwriters here on TCR Sports. Dave Services, Troy Meat Shop, Mosley, Mason, and Chimney Shop, HTM Credit Union, Stanley Steamer, and International College of Broadcasting. Thank you very much, underwriters. Without you, we wouldn't be bringing you this Trojan tournament action.
Moody's come in for Thunderberg.
Moody in. James gets his second attempt. The ball's away. Got them both. Now it is a 23-point lead for the Xenia Buccaneers. They're still in that 2-2-1 trap. Gets it across timeline to McClure. Gets it over to Stafford. Stafford with a 3. In and out. No good. Rebound Buccaneers. Curtis got the rebound. He's going coast to coast. Goes right to it. Misses a layup. Rebound by McClure. Gets it back to McClure. And he's on the dribble. Gets it across timeline to Stafford. Stafford gets it to Akub. Akub being guarded by James. Akub just inside the 3-point line. No good. Rebound Stafford. Littlest man on the court. I think he's got about 4 rebounds here tonight. Lob into Litton. Litton still has it. Gets it over to Moody. Moody loses the handle. Going to go off of Curtis, and Troy's going to keep the basketball.
They got lucky.
He did. Curtis had an easy shot on the left side. Just tried to do a little more with it than he needed to. Just needed to go up strong. McClure going to trigger it out of bounds on the right side of the basket. Gets to Moody. Moody, 4-2. Got it. cut this lead to 21. 6:50 to go in the third quarter. Xenia now walks it across the timeline. James over to Curtis. Gets it back inside to Dre. James is being guarded by Stafford. Goes off of James out of bounds. Turnover. Xenia, one of their few, is going to go back to Troy. Coob on the dribble. 2-2-1 trap still being played by Xenia. Still hasn't got across the timeline. They do now. They got him trapped. Gets it into McClurg. McClurg over to Stafford. McClurg, or into Coob, into Litton. Litton goes right around Naylor, up and
my
in.
Goodness.
Nice spin move by Micaiah Litton. It is now a 19-point game. Xenia with the basketball. 6:04 to go in the third quarter. James being guarded by Stafford. And James, nice move by Rocky James.
Avoided the big swipe by Litton.
Yes, Coob across the timeline, gets to McClurg, over to Stafford. Stafford into Litton. Litton just squares up, faces a bucket, got it to go. Naylor is not even hardly guarding Litton. Just token. Going right to the basket is Curtis, and he is going to be called for a charge. Nice defense by Ryan McClurg on that.
Samari Curtis, that's his third.
That's his third foul.
Entering the game, number 24.
And he is going to go out, and Brandon Love is going to go in for Curtis. Unfortunately, Doug, they don't lose anything because Love has been hot from the three-point line tonight. 5:32 to go. Romello Coob with the basketball to Moody. Still haven't got it across the timeline. They do now. Looking to double team on the trap. They throw it out of bounds. It goes off a Buccaneer on the far side of the floor. Couldn't see who it was, but it's going to remain Troy's basketball.
I think it bounced off, I don't know who. Johnson.
Johnson.
Yeah.
McClurg going to trigger this ball inbounds for the Trojans. Right to Moody. Nice cut by Moody, and he misses it, and he is fouled by Naylor.
That's his second.
So that's going to, I don't know. I don't think it's shouldn't be a shooting foul.
Foul's number 3.
Okay. Danny Naylor, they said he was shooting, so it must have been after, so sends Moody to the line, shooting 2. First one's away, no good off the back of the iron, so he gets another opportunity. I'd like to thank a few more of our underwriters here on TCR Sports. Heath Murray, State Farm Insurance, Sound City Music, Excellence in Dentistry, Willoughby's Hollow, Bodey's Automotive, and Union Savings Bank. And Moody missed them both, and here comes Ray James. Ray James going right to the basket. He is going to be fouled by, I think Moody got called for the foul. That's who it was, DeMarcus Moody.
His first.
That's going to send Ray James to the line shooting 2. 5:12 to go. Xenia has a 19-point lead. Ray James, his first attempt. It's away. Rolls it around the front, off the side, and out. Did not go. Kennel in for Stephon Stafford. James back to the line for his second attempt at the charity stripe. Looks at the basket, releases. Off the front of the rim, no good. Batted around, and Coob comes up with it. Coob on the dribble. He is going to be fouled by number 4. And they're going to call that on Rocky James. They're going to tighten this up. I could see that happening. It's starting to get a little chippy inside. Troy with the basketball, gets it to Coob, and Coob throws it out of bounds. And he's going to be fouled by a Coob. That was a bad pass by Kennel on the inbounds. Coob had no opportunity to even hardly get the ball.
Foul's number 2, Romello Yakub. That's his third. At the line is number 31.
That's Romello's third
Ryan
foul.
Johnson.
Ryan sends Ryan Johnson to the line, shooting 2. Johnson, first one's away, rolls it around, in and out, no good.
Zion Taylor is in for McClurg.
Ryan Johnson, 55% free throw shooter. He missed his first one. Second attempt's away, got it to go. And there's a timeout on the floor. It's a 30-second timeout on the floor, and we're going to take one, too. We'll be back with more high school basketball action here on TCR Sports. Good work back here, Kyle. 5 seconds. Welcome back to Student Activity Center here at Vandalia High School. We're in tournament action. We got 4:59 left to go in the third quarter. Trojans trail by 20, 51-31. And Doug, the wheels came off there in the second quarter, and Troy has not been able to recover from it at all.
Well, they're doing better. They've only had one turnover this period. And, you know, they've been playing up with them. Well, there's the second one.
Kubik, and a turnover, and there's a basket by James, and it looks like the basket is going to go. It counted it, so it's going to send Ray James to the line, shooting the three-point play, and that's a 22-point lead now for the Covington I said Covington. I knew I was going to do that tonight. Covington Buccaneers.
Yeah.
Xenia Buccaneers. 4:51 left to go if you're just tuning in. Troy now trails by 22. Ray James at the line. First one's away. Got it to go. Completed a three-point play. It's now a 23-point lead with 4:48 to go. Troy gets across the timeline. Gets it to Kennel. Kennel throws the lob to Litton. Litton just timed it out of bounds. Going to go back to Xenia.
I should never have mentioned turnovers. That's 2 in a row.
Yes. They were relatively clean until just now. Xenia has the basketball, gets it up the timeline to Rocky James. Rocky kicks it all the way over to Saylor. Kicks it back to Ray James on the left wing for a long three. No good. Rebound, Troy. Kennel on the go. He's got one to beat. Goes right over top of him. Litton. Oh, hard fall by Micaiah Litton. He was following that up. Litton still on the floor.
Fouls number 40, Kyle Litton, that's his first.
Picked up a foul there.
Picked up a foul on the follow-up. Kai is still on the deck underneath their own basket. So there's a injury timeout on the floor, and we're going to take one too. We're back with more Trojan basketball action right after these messages here on TCR Sports.
Jim Taylor's Troy Ford, 3230 South County Road, 25A, right here in Troy. 339-2687 or TroyFord.com. At Jim Taylor Troy Ford, you'll not only find low prices on great vehicles, but an award-winning service department as well. Jim Taylor's Troy Ford, 3230 South County Road, 25A, right here in Troy.
Welcome back to Student Activity Center here at Vandalia Butler High School. Tournament action. Kyle Linton's okay. He got up, went off the floor on his own power. He's sitting over there on the bench. Looked like he hurt his shoulder, but Xenia has the basketball. They've got it up across the timeline over the far right wing. Looking to go inside. Nothing doing. That's Williams with the basketball. Kicks it all the way out to James. Ray James with the basketball on the dribble, being guarded by Keenan Kennel. Gets it over to Slayer. Inside the Rocky James, up and over top. And it's a 56-31 lead now for the Buccaneers. Troy with the basketball. Kennel splits the defense, gets it to Akub. Akub with the running jump shot, gets it to go. Kennel Steelers on the inbound and is going to go on a charge. Kennel stole it, went right to the basket, and they called him with a charge. That's his second foul. That's the 16th foul for the Trojans. So one more foul, and we're only 3 minutes and 39 seconds into the third quarter. They will be in the one and bonus. Troy has had foul trouble here this evening. Ray James with the basketball on the dribble, gets it across the timeline, still going, gets it all the way up to Williams, or Love, I should say, and there's going to be a holding call.
Persinger.
And it's going to go against Austin Persinger, and that's going to send Number 23, Ricky Williams, to the line, shooting 2. I should say 1 in bonus. My bad.
Reichelderfer is in, and Funderburg is out.
3 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. Williams at the line, shooting 1 in bonus. First one's away, he got it. So he gets another attempt at it. Again, Zach Reichelferter's in, Persinger, Akub, Kennel, and Taylor. Akub now with the basketball. Williams knocked it down to take a 58-33 lead over our Trojans. Akub on the dribble. Gets across the timeline, off in the corner is Kennel for 3. Got it. That's what they're going to have to do if they want to crawl back in this ball game. Xenia with the basketball. Gets it across timeline on the right wing. Gets it inside to Williams. Williams up and over the top, no good. Rebound, Persinger. Back to Akub. Akub on the dribble. He's being guarded by number 23, Ricky Williams. Still guarded by Williams. Akub going right to the basket. He got fouled by Williams. He's going to send Akub to the line, shooting 2.
Number 23, Ricky Williams, that's his first.
Trojans have been somewhat flat here tonight after that stretch in the second quarter when the Xenia Buccaneers took a lead. Akub, first one's away, rolls it around, in and out, no good. He's got 1 more to go. I'd like to thank more of our underwriters here on TCR Sports. Hybrid Strength and Fitness, Irwin Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Troy CarStar, Trojan Auto Care, and Ording's Party Time. Thank you very much, underwriters. Without you, we won't be bringing you this basketball action here on TCR Sports. And the next one's away, and he gets it to go. 2:56 to go in the third quarter. It's a 58-37 lead for the Buccaneers. Troy trying to pressure the basketball, gets it off in the corner, right corner, about a 5-footer, or 10-footer, gets it to go. That was number 24, Brandon Love, 60-37. Troy scores, and Xenia comes right back and puts him back on the board. Inside to Persinger on the left box. Persinger going against, and Persinger gets called with a travel. Trying to do too much work against Danny Naylor, the Buccaneers. He just needs to go strong to the hole. Ball out of bounds, gets it in. Rocky James throws it all the way up the side, going right to the basket. Good block by Persinger. Persinger just stripped that one away. Kennel with the basketball, gets to Akub. Akub kicks it over to Persinger. Persinger takes a shot, about an 8-footer, gets it to go. It's now a 39-60 lead. Troy has got it down a little bit. But Xenia, here comes Xenia on the drive. Nothing doing. Left corner. Long shot by James, no good. Rebound Kennel. Gets it over to Akub. Akub, coach telling him to push it. Troy trailing 20 by 21. Akub, top of the key, way outside the arc. Resets the offense. 1:44 to go in the third quarter. Over to Taylor. Back to Reichelferter. Over to Kennel. Akub, nice stutter step. Pulls up 15-footer, got it. Nice move by Romello. Akub. Cut this lead to 19 with 1:27 to go in the third quarter. Xenia with the basketball all the way up in the corner to Rocky James. Rocky James, 15-footer right on the baseline, got it to go. Again, Troy scores, and Xenia comes right back and stuffs it in.
They're missing Linton.
Akub gets it into Persinger. Persinger gets to Reichelferter. He goes to the basket, couldn't get it to go. Rebound Xenia. Ray James for 3. Short. Persinger, big rebound. Gets it knocked away, but comes up with it. Drops it, tries to feed it to Akub, and then turns around and fouls after a bad pass, and that's going to send Danny Naylor to the line, shooting 2. Naylor.
Fouls number 15, Austin Persinger.
Naylor's a 73% free throw shooter.
Is number 3, Danny.
He's got 2 shots. That is the 8th team foul for the Trojans. Again, we're not even out of the third quarter. The first one by Naylor is good. Coming into the ball game is Moody and Funderburg. And Stefan Stafford is coming in for Romello Akub. So Naylor back to the charity stripe for his second of two. Got it to go. Left-hander. Nice touch from the free throw line. Troy has the basketball. Taylor has it. Looking inside. Tries to get it across the timeline. Gets it over to Stafford. Stafford loses a handle. Turnover. Gets it to James. Ray James goes right to the basket and scores. Troy. 30 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Ball going to go out of bounds, and it's going to go to the Trojans. Tipped away by number 24, Brandon Love.
I think what we're seeing is missing Linton so much right now.
Right.
Both offensive and defensively, I don't think he's coming back. He's got an ice pack on his right shoulder.
Right. So Troy got the ball in, and there's going to be a foul called. Might go against Naylor. It is. It's going to go against Naylor. I think that's his third. And Naylor is coming out, and number 34 for the Buccaneers, Garrett Slayer, is coming in. Troy has the basketball underneath their own basket, gets it McClurg for three, hard off the back of the rim. Rebound, Moody, back into Funderburg. Funderburg with a spin move, 15-footer, off the glass, no good. Rebound, McClurg, they're hustling in there, give them that. But Xenia finally comes up with a rebound after 4 shots at the basket.
You got to make one of them.
You have to. James for three, got it. At the buzzer. That's the end of the third quarter. The Troy Trojans trail the Xenia Buccaneers 69-41. We'll be back with a fourth quarter right after this message is here on TCR Sports.
Hi, I'm Tracy Bodey. If you're looking to experience quality service at a fair price, come see us at Bodey's Automotive. We're located right down the block from Walgreens at 407 Peters Avenue, or you can reach us at 937-703-1614, or like us on Facebook at Bodey's Automotive.
Welcome back to Student Activity Center here at Vandalia Butler High School, with the Troy Trojans going into the fourth quarter trail the Xenia Buccaneers 69-41. I want to thank everybody that's listening here on TCR Troy Community Radio. You also can pick this game up later on for the first of the next week on Troy Community Television on demand. That's TCT on demand. We'll have all the action from tonight's ball game will be up on Troy Community Television. So Troy has the basketball to start the fourth quarter, trailing 69-41. Stafford looks over, gets it inside to Moody. Moody takes a dribble, loses it, and he's out of bounds on the floor. And another turnover by the Trojans. The ball goes back to Xenia. Turnovers will be interesting, Doug, when we tally them up.
I might need a computer.
You might. Xenia with the basketball going right to the basket, and that's going to be a blocking foul, and Ray James takes it right to the basket.
He is on fire. He had 12 points in that third period, and he's not stopping.
And the foul goes against McClurg, and Ray James is going to the line, going for the three-point play. Takes a dribble, eyes up the basket. Releases, got it. Now a 72-41. We're now at a 31-point lead for the Xenia Buccaneers. Troy with the basketball. Stafford on the right wing, still on the dribble. Over to Koob, back to Stafford. Stafford loses a handle. There's a 2-on-1 break for the Xenia. Goes up, tries to throw the lob and jam. It wasn't quite far enough, but Troy comes right back with the basket, and there's the basketball. And it's going to be a foul called.
There could have been a technical on that lob because he grabbed the net.
Yeah. So Ray James got the foul on that, so his second. That's only the 6th-team foul for Xenia this half. 7:17 to go. It's a 72-41 lead for the Buccaneers. Troy with the basketball underneath their own basket. Reichelfurter has it, gets it all the way over to Koob. Koob to Stafford. Left. Back to Koob. Koob on the dribble. Still on the dribble, being guarded by Ray James. Gets it into Funderburg. Funderburg playing a kind of a high post position. Gets it inside to Reichelfurter. Back out to the Koob. They're playing a little pitch and catch. Koob for three. Got it. Romello Akub.
Point field goal, Romello Yakub.
Now 72-44 lead for the Bucks. Bucks with the basketball. James going right to the basket. Thunderbird just kind of reached out and grabbed him as he started towards him. That is going to be Thunderbird's second foul. That's going to send Rocky James to the line shooting 2. Underwriters that make it all happen here on TCR Sports. Dave Services, Troy Meat Shop, Mosley Mason and Chimney Shop, HTM Credit Union, Stanley Steamer, International College of Broadcasting. Thank you very much, underwriters. We appreciate your sponsors. Rocky James made the first one, and the second one's away, misses it. Rebound, Thunderbird gets it to Akub. Xenia still looking to trap the basketball when they get it across timeline. Gets it back to Reichelferter. Reichelferter tries to do a touch pass to Thunderbird, but it goes out of bounds. It was tipped away by Xenia, so Troy will remain with the basketball right in front of their bench. Gets it to Stafford down in the corner. Stafford to Kennel. Kennel gets it right back to Stafford. Stafford for a 2. Was able to get another rebound. That young man has got quite a few rebounds. Gets it into Reichelferter, gets it over to Akub on the right side. Nice look by Zach Reichelferter to see Romello cutting on the right wing. 73-46, 6:12 to go in the ball game. Since about midway of the second quarter, it's pretty much been all Xenia. They have just taken control of this ball game. Stafford going after Ray James. Ray James still on the dribble.
He traveled.
And he called him for traveling.
Number 24, Trey
Stafford coming out. Trey Busio coming in for the Trojans. 5:55 to go here in the ball game. It's a 73-46 lead for the Xenia Buccaneers. Busio throws a lob to Kennel.
Nicely
grab.
done.
Nice grab by Kennel. Nice throw by Trey Busio. 5:37 to go. 73-48. Long pass down in the left corner to James. Rocky James on the dribble. Rocky James still on the dribble, being guarded by Busio. Busio, James going to the side, tried to dish it off to Garrett Slayer. Had him open on the left side, but just couldn't handle the pass. Ball went out of bounds. Naylor sets down. Danny Naylor comes back in for the Buccaneers. Reichelferter tips it inbounds to Akub. Akub just walks it up the timeline. Xenia now dropped back into man-to-man. Still trying to jump it. But lost the pass. This could be a dunk. Rocky going in, and he got it. A low back of the iron slam dunk by Rocky James for the Buccaneers. It's now a 75-48 lead for the Buccaneers. Gets it over to Trey Busio on the right wing. Busio dribbling towards the left. Gets over to Kennel. Back to Akub. Akub on the dribble. Stops and pops the right elbow. In and out. Rebound inside. Zach Reichelferter couldn't get it to go. Ball goes out of bounds. Going to remain Troy's basketball. Good hustle in there by Reichelferter.
Needs to make the shot.
He just needs to finish them inside.
number 23, DeMarcus Moody.
He will get it. He's only a sophomore. Kennel triggering the ball out of bounds. Gets it into Moody. Moody to Busio. To Akub. Akub for 3. Got it. Nice look by Akub. 51-75 now. Xenia still has a big lead. Forced out of bounds. A foul's going to go against Moody, number 23. That's going to send Rocky. Yeah, going to send Rocky James to the line, shooting 2. Again, 4:17 to go here in the ball game. Unfortunately, it's pretty much been all Xenia Buccaneers at about the 4-minute mark of the second quarter. First one away by James, no good. Rocky James misses the first one. He's only a 60% free throw shooter. He's got a chance to go again, and he gets it away and got it to go. And there's a timeout on the floor, a full timeout on the floor, and we're going to take one too. More high school basketball action right after these messages here on TCR Sports.
Jim Taylor's Troy Ford, 3230 South County Road, 25A, right here in Troy. 339-2687 or TroyFord.com. At Jim Taylor Troy Ford, you'll not only find low prices on great vehicles, but an award-winning service department as well. Jim Taylor's Troy Ford, 3230 South County Road, 25A, right here in Troy.
Welcome back to Student Activity Center here at Troy, Vandalia High School. About did that again. And it's Troy Trojans trail the Xenia Buccaneers 76-51 with 4:17 to go here in the fourth quarter. And Doug, turnovers. It's just been it's been an ugly game for the Trojans, and
you can't turn the ball over 23 times as they have so far this game.
Yeah, 23 times. That's another 46 extra, possible 46 extra points if you're just shooting twos. So, it's just been a poorly managed ball game by the Trojans so far here this evening. But Troy has the basketball. Koob for three, long three, got it. Romello Koob has now knocked two of them down. 76-51 with 4 minutes to go here in the ball game. Xenia with the basketball. Ray James gets across timeline, looking to drive, going right to the left side. Nice touch by that young man. He has absolutely had a heck of a ball game here tonight. Koob with the basketball. Now across the timeline, backs it up, way outside. McClure looking to dribble. Back to Koob. Koob going right. He loses a handle. It's tipped away by Busio, and the ball on the floor. Bodies flying everywhere and the ball goes out of bounds. Off of Xenia, it's going to be Troy's basketball. Ray James and Trey Busio both hustling for the basketball. Both went down on the basketball for trying to get it. It was last tipped, according to the official, by the Buccaneers. So Troy has the ball with 3:26 to go, trailing 78-54. Busio gets it to Koob. Koob on the dribble, right side. Still on the dribble. Gets over to Busio. Busio way outside the arc. Spin move, right elbow, shot, roll, touch. Busio got it to go. 78-56, 3:06 to go. Xenia gets it inside to Williams, around the corner. Nice reverse shot by, that was Ryan Johnson. It's now 80-56. Koob with the basketball. We got a timeout on the floor. We got
bloody lip.
We got blood, got a stoppage of play because of blood, and Ray James is going out. That young man has had a very good ball game here tonight.
Starting to see some new faces out there. Jacob Adams and Adam Gates are both in the ball game.
Yep, Romello Koob is going to sit down, and more than likely we will not see him again tonight, and that'll be the end of his career. A long shot gets a rebound Moody. Moody gets fouled. He's going to go to the line. He was fouled by number 31.
That was on number 31.
Ryan Johnson.
So that's his second at the line, 23. Marcus Moody.
So it's going to send Moody to the line shooting two. First one away, got it to go. Now coming into the ball game, number 20. Zion Taylor. He's a 6-foot junior. Trey Busio is going to sit down. So Coach Paul Brannigan is getting in a lot of his reserve players that haven't seen much varsity. And Moody got the second one to go. It's now 80-58 with 2:41 left to go in the ball game. James, Rocky James on the dribble being guarded by Moody. High pick set by Naylor. Pick and roll. Rocky James right to the left side. Rebound, big number 44, Adam Gates. Moody, spin move, left side, no good. Gates almost had a rebound, was tipped away. A rebound, Xenia. Curtis on the dribble, freshman, going right side. He gets fouled. They're going to call a foul against number 20, and it's going to go against Zion Taylor.
Zion Taylor, that's his
That's his first foul.
At the line, number 15, Samari Curtis.
Curtis is at the line, shooting 2. Xenia is now in the double bonus. First one's away, rolls it around, no good, off the front of the rim. We thank some of our underwriters here on TCR Sports. Hybrid Strength and Fitness, Irwin Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Troy Car Star, Trojan Auto Care, and Orting's Party Time. Thank you very much, underwriters, for sponsoring our high school basketball this season. The second one away by Curtis is good. It's now an 81-58 lead. And Curtis is going to sit down here tonight. 6'2" freshman, has had a pretty good ball game.
Yeah, he's looking at 11 points for the game.
Coming in the ball game is number 11. Gets it over to 32. That is a Kennel. Kennel loses a handle, rebound, or turnover, gets it over to Xenia. Xenia to the basket. No shot, but number 23 will go to the line shooting 2, and that's Ricky Williams. 1:55 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Unfortunately, the Trojans, about midway the second half, the wheels started to come off, and it's pretty been much all Xenia here tonight. First one away by Williams, no good. He will get another one if they're, like I said, they're in the double bonus. Troy has 10 team fouls. Second one's away for Williams, got it to go. It's now an 82-58 lead. Troy with the basketball, gets it across the timeline, on the dribble. It's over to Zion Taylor. Taylor on the right wing. Gets it over to Gates. Back to Kennel, number 32 in the ball game. He's looking to drive. Nothing going on there. Left side, number 11 with the basketball. Loses a handle, comes out Xenia. Xenia on the go. Number 11 going right to the basket, and it's going to be a holding call. And it's going to send Kobe Huglet to the line, shooting 2 for the Xenia Buccaneers. 1:29 left to go here in this ball game. Pretty much been all Xenia, 82-58.
What more can you say?
There's not much, unfortunately, tonight. First one away by Huglet's no good. He will get a second opportunity. A few more of our underwriters here on TCR Sports. Dave Services, Troy Meat Shop, Mosley, Mason and Chimney Shop, HTM Credit Union, Stanley Steamer, and International College of Broadcasting. Thank you very much. They missed them both. Gates comes down with the rebound for Troy. Reichelferter gets it over to number 11. Gets it up the sidelines. He's still going, loses the handle. They didn't call that, and a rebound comes out Xenia. Long pass, Zion Taylor tries to knock it down to Huglet. Huglet gets up and in. There's going to be a foul and one. We're going to send him to the line for the three-point play. Zion Taylor, that's his third foul already with 1:12 left to go in the ball game. It's going to send Huglet to the line for the three-point opportunity. Takes a couple dribbles, eyes up the basket. Kids come off the bench, scored some points, misses the first one off the front. Zion Taylor comes up with the basketball for Troy. Kennel with 32, loses the handle, gets it across the timeline. Zion Taylor on the right wing, down to 1 minute even here in the game. Throws it away. Huglet going to go, going right to the basket. He gets another basket. Troy now with the basketball. Number 11 gets it across the timeline. Gets it into Zach Reichelferter. Zach spins around, looking to spin, goes right side, goes right around. Nice move by the young man with 35 seconds to go. It's an 86-60 lead now for the Xenia Buccaneers. 29 seconds left to go.
And the reserves are playing hard.
The reserves are playing hard for both teams. Huglet for a three, no good. Rebound inside, number 22. They follow it up. Can't see number 30 for them. Michi gets the rebound and put back. 11 seconds to go. Zion Taylor for Troy with the basketball. Gets a strip. Xenia comes up with it. Huglet with the ball. Michi gets it. Looks to pull it back out. 2 seconds. This is going to be the ball game, and that's it. Xenia takes it right to our Troy Trojans tonight, 88-60. We'll be back with the post-game report right after these messages here on TCR Sports.
Hi, I'm Tracy Bodey. If you're looking to experience quality service at a fair price, come see us at Bodey's Automotive. We're located right down the block from Walgreens at 407 Peters Avenue, or you can reach us at 937-703-1614, or like us on Facebook at Bodey's Automotive.
Welcome back to Student Activity Center here at Vandalia Butler High School, and the Troy Trojans just were defeated by the Xenia Buccaneers 88-60, a 28-point victory for the Xenia Buccaneers. And I don't know, Doug, like I said, the wheels came off there midway the second quarter, and the Xenia Buccaneers never looked back.
Now, any chance of coming back in this one, and it was a long shot chance, ended in 4 minutes into the third quarter, where Mika Linton went up for a follow and landed on the back of a Xenia player and then landed on his right shoulder. He did not return. He ended up with 15 points. It was really, it's an awful way to end the season for a guy who has progressed so far during this season. Romelo Yakub had 19 points. He caught fire in the second half and hit three for three in the fourth quarter, ending up with 19 points. Kennel had 7 and Moody had 6, and then there were others. On the other side, nobody stopped Ray James. The junior guard had 27 points. He was just everything he was advertised. Cousin Rocky wasn't too bad. He had 13. Curtis had 11. He hurt the Trojans time and time again in the first half. Love had 10, as did Naylor.
Love was the one that really got that second quarter going for Xenia, because he came in and just knocked down some threes right off the go. And
that was in the first period.
And so I mean, he just came in and knocked down the threes, and that kind of got the juices flowing for the Buccaneers, and they smelled blood in the water, and they just, like I said, they just kept playing.
You had 14 turnovers in the first half for Troy, and then they threw that Xenia threw that 1-2-2-1 zone, full court pressure, and ended up with 29 turnovers. 29 turnovers.
It was. And some of the turnovers were, they were able to get the ball into Micaiah Litton in that first quarter and into the second quarter. Then they started to kind of push it or try to force it into him. A couple bad passes, and like I said,
and then he was gone.
And then it was one of those things where when they didn't make a turnover, Xenia pretty much capitalized on all the turnovers. It seemed like all the turnovers. I know it didn't happen that way, but it seemed like all the turnovers that Troy made, Xenia capitalized on it by putting points on the board.
Well, and to tell you a little bit about the Xenia team, they were 7 of 12 in the first half on three-pointers. In the second half, they didn't even bother. They had 1 3-pointer. I think they were 1 for 2 on threes. Otherwise, it was all, we're going to the basket, and you're not going to stop us.
Right.
And I don't know how, given the players Troy has, they did admirably well. They fought and they fought and they fought. This team grew so much from the first game to the last game, particularly some of these seniors, Litton, Persinger, Funderburg, all improved their game. Yakub, one of the better ball handlers in the league, a good slasher. He had his moments, but he gave up a lot over the second half of the season to feed the big men.
Right.
And feeding those big men worked well for Troy until they ran into a high-powered Xenia team. That's the difference between the 5th seed and the 17th seed.
Right.
There was no use looking ahead.
No.
they played them as well as they could, and it wasn't enough.
Right, and unfortunately, once they got down in that first half, they forced the ball in. Then that, and that 2-2-1 full court trap that they were playing it caused a lot of the turnovers. When you expend a lot of energy getting the ball across the timeline and then not getting a quality shot, it's going to be a very long night for you on the hardwood.
I don't think there's any more we need to say.
I don't think there is any more we need to say, but I would like to say, a great thanks and good luck to the seniors here on Troy Trojan. Romello Yakub ends his career here tonight. Stefan Stafford, DeMarcus Moody, Trey Buscio. Man, that kid played some fantastic defense over the year. He really picked up his game. Congratulations on a good season by Trey Buscio. Austin Anders is done. Austin Persinger, that kid was just a hard-nosed inside player. Micaiah Litton, unfortunately, his career kind of ended here this evening on an injury, and hopefully the young man's okay and everything's fine with him. And finally, want to say good luck to Austin Funderburg, a 6'6" senior. Seniors are done. They're complete here at Vandalia High School. Their season's over, but we still got a little more basketball left. The Troy Christian Eagles tip it off on Wednesday night at 6 o'clock. They will be taking on the winner of Southeastern and Miami Valley Christian Academy. So we'll see what happens on that. Like I said, we were able to talk to Coach Ray Zawalski Sr., Doug, at halftime. Always good to talk to the senior coach of the Zawalski clan, and looking forward to see how that game's going to turn out. And hopefully, we know that Ray Zawalski Jr. has definitely got those kids ready to play.
It'll be interesting. Tough year for basketball for both schools.
Absolutely, not like what we've seen over at Troy Christian, but I tell you what, those kids never stop playing. So, for Doug Page, myself, Dave Fisher, you got Kyle Winters back at the studio, and Dave Denoyer, you're shooting a video for us for TCT On Demand. Thank you very much, gentlemen, and good night from Vandalia Butler High School.
And good night to all the ships at sea.